Welcome to the Business Book Review, a place for book lovers and business owners to share their favorite books on business. I'm Topher Morrison, and if you like to read and you love to lead, then I think you're the kind of person that I want to get to know. If you like my book reviews, please don't be shy. Leave a comment, and if you're so moved, hit subscribe so every time I have a new book review, you'll be the first to know. And by all means, please leave titles to some books that you recommend in the comments. I am not interested in books that people have already heard of. I want to find those hidden gems that maybe missed the New York Times bestseller list, but are every bit as good as the ones that did. This episode's book is The 3-Minute Rule. Say less to get more from any pitch or presentation, and it's by Brant, hope I can say his name right, Pinvidic. Brant may not be a household name, but his works probably are. He's an award-winning film director and TV producer. He's been named to Hollywood Reporter's 30 most powerful reality TV sellers. He was the creator behind reality TV shows like Extreme Weight Loss, Bar Rescue, and Bad Moms. He's made a life out of having to pitch ideas to investors in a high-risk environment where there are always 100 other people in line waiting to pitch to the same investors for similar ideas. The concept of this book is simple. If you can't say what you want in 3 minutes or less, then you don't know what you want. Probably confuse the person you're pitching to as well. Those are not his words, those are my words, right? He might not like that oversimplification, but I'll stand by it. And so will my dog Macy. She gives it 4 out of 5 head tilts. Am I right, Maisie? Yep, she's on board. The book is packed full of short, pithy one-liners that are easy to remember and hard to forget when you're creating your business pitch. Now, as a person whose full-time role in business is to write pitches for people, the fact that I love this book, I hope, gives it some credibility. Because when I read books on public speaking and pitching, I usually start out skeptical and looking for reasons to hate the books, probably stemmed from jealousy and insecurities. My skepticism in this book, it lasted for, I don't know, maybe like the first half of the first chapter. And by then I was like, yeah, I like this guy. He's funny and he knows his shit. And that impression stayed with me throughout the entirety of the book. Here's some of those pithy one-liners. If you start with a grand conclusion and then try to back it up, your audience will doubt you and look to disprove it. The audience doesn't like it when you gloss over the negative, but they despise it if you try to hide it. Story trumps style. All right, that's a very small sample. I highlighted tons of lines out of this book. Trust me, it is worth the read. Where I felt it may have been maybe a bit lacking, but I certainly do not fault the author for this, is on covering the delivery skills itself. That is an important part of pitching. And if somebody didn't feel comfortable with public speaking, they might be left thinking something like, okay, great tips, but how do I deliver them and not make a fool of myself? And while that's a fair question, I gotta say, I don't think that's the job of this book. This book is about the structure of a pitch more than it is the style of the pitch. And I'm okay with that. Check it out and come back to this video and share with me and the others what parts of the book jumped out for you. If you like these reviews, by the way, don't forget to like, leave a comment, and hit subscribe so the next time I review a book, you'll be the first to know. That's it for now. Until next review, let's all try a little harder to be a little better. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch that book review. If you liked it, I think you might like this one as well. Check it out.